Where is she? Ask question how we know.
1993. Is she correct? Yeah. All right.
Ask someone we can answer, man. Ask someone we can answer, no. Because we want to win something, ask someone we can answer. Parsley. Ask someone we can answer.
All right, put your hands together for her. Courtesy of our party leader, a tablet. All right. At this time, I want you to put your hands together and welcome our own Dr. Fenton Ferguson.
Got it on her.
Chairman, Comrade Prime Minister in waiting.
Yeah, got in her.
Comrade Mark Jefferson Goley. Comrade Councillor. And I want to identify the next Member of Parliament for St. Thomas Eastern. Yes. Well, this is for St. Thomas Eastern. Who is that? Who is that? I want to recognize the campaign manager who has been doing a good job and leading the campaign team with some serious campaigners. I want to recognize the warriors, the workers of the People's National Party.
I will not stop her.
That is a good sound.
That may I tell you, I will not stop her.
But I just want to say to you this evening, comrades, there's a lot to say, but I'm coming back. Tonight is not the night to talk about all the things we do for all the area starting from Taunton, because it means the stars of the night would not get a chance to talk. And tonight is Comrade Shaw and Comrade Golden night.
Which is right.
Comrades, I want to use this opportunity again. This opportunity to endorse Comrade Rosemary Shaw. There is one Rose.
One Rose.
There is one leader.
Never told.
In Eastern St. Thomas.
Never told.
As it relates to candidate for the People's National Party. I know some of you might not see me out there run up and down as much, but I do my thing and I do some work, some personal thing that Rose know about. Because we discuss a lot of things, you know.
We know what go on, man.
You know what go on.
Hey, me, we know what go on. We know what go on.
But let me tell you something. A person tries representing the comrade leader. And I recognize that my parents and my mother especially grow me good.
Which is right.
I mean, no self, me that represent myself, me that decent. Worse, me I represent the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. So you know, some people say, why doctors walk and doctors do that?
The good man.
All me I tell you now, don't watch that. All you need to watch is when the 6-star general come back on the road in 2 years and see that. hear man talk about clocks. Someone will get excited. The general wear clocks over 50 years. Over 50 years. And so,
Ready,
me just a tell you now, just cool.
Ready.
Because she touched the corn. But me know how we ever deal with that. Alright? When we come back about, me know somehow we never come out the last time. But now get a chance to come this time. And we want to not come. Because when bad vote, PNP can lose.
No time.
You well know that too.
No time.
Can't lose. So this is a chance we'll not get again. And I am saying I am 100% behind Councillor Shaw. But we have a plan.
Don't tell
and
me
we're not making anything take way off of that.
Big up yourself, Mama.
All I want to do is put yourself in place that when we hit the road,
ready for them.
and we start to move.
Ready for them.
We're not ready for move.
Ready for them.
Right?
Ready for them.
So tonight, outside of Commercial, we have our Prime Minister in waiting.
Which is right.
And nobody, whether you like him or not, no leaders ever gone to more divisional conference in this party than Mark Jefferson Gold.
That's a true.
Without fear of contradiction. Nobody can say that in the months and years that he has been leader, he has not grown. The man actually get to love the work. You know, see that? The man loved the work. When I couldn't send him back, could do nothing else. Him love the work. And him a work feet too.
We have to
not true.
for him run for you.
Maybe you want to say Mark a work. Mark G a work.
This is one doctor.
Why when me hear that thing that come out of bar, me know. Come with leader. Worries. So comrades are coming back to bring you up to date. Because some of you forget the things we do from Taunton right back to Rolandsfield. You don't forget. And when you hear people that talk foolishness, some of you defend it. But are coming back because no one remember the days when that little one-lane bridge. You don't remember? When the amount of quarrel and fight for the one-lane bridge. And you know reverse. Me no one remember that.
What I back road, they remember.
Me no one remember.
Remember everything, me back.
So when we come to power, the community center, the same way like when after Gilbert, and we fix it up. 88 and 93, and we fix it up. You don't remember the police station, $69 million. You don't remember the multi-purpose court we built up at Ginger Hall. After we fix up the community center. You don't remember the brand new basic school right in a Bath. You remember all of that? You don't remember when we fixed from Bath to Audley 2 times. Remember all of that? And all the side road then. So comrades, when we come back for campaign, we are campaign from performance.
Which is right.
And we have come with Rose with a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Good person, love people, ready to work. And we have had discussions. The one thing I regret the most in Bath is the Sunny Hill Community Center. We did some work, but me and Rose talked about it. If it is even my foundation, when it is properly established, we're going to work together to fix that and some other little things. But just give her a chance, because I am right behind her. I have done my time. History will remember me well. And therefore make me go on to do some things to make history remember Rose well as a member of Parliament for Eastern Central. So comrades, we shall return. Just continue to support Comrade Shaw. And anybody who have any little residue, anything in your heart, that said,
let it go, let it go.
A dog, make it fly, let it go, let it go, let it go. Because right now, it's one rose, one rose, one rose. Comrade Shaw, one rose.
Put your hands together for Dr. Fenton Ferguson. One general.
One done.
Somebody say one done.
God in our earth.
Let me hear you say one Dr. Ferguson.
One doctor.
Come on, make it stronger, Bart. One Dr. Ferguson.
One doctor.
All right. We're going to be asking one more question, and we have one more tablets to be given away. And please raise your hand.
Ask who are going to be the next MP. Ask who are going to be the next MP.
How many times did Dr. Fenton Ferguson it?
Six times.
Well, one as MP, 6 times. Current leader. All right, put your hands together for her. It's like school of challenge quiz, you know. Somebody know the answer before it is completed. The question is completed. Put your hands together one more time for our party leader for donating those 2 tablets. At this time, I want you to make welcome as she comes to us as our next member of Parliament for Eastern St. Thomas, the woman who stood up for his people, our people in Bamboo River and other places, in Pilot and all over Eastern St. Thomas. Put your hands together and make welcome our next member of Parliament, Rose Marie Shaw.
Thank you very much, Chairman of this evening proceedings, Comrade Pastor politician Leroy Pasley. Starting at the head table, comrade, party leader, our next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golding. I want you to give party leader a warm bath welcome. Comrades, stand up and welcome the next Prime Minister, Mark Jefferson Golding. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, comrade leader. Comrade Ludlow Mattison, one Lords. Him kind of winding down. Because you know, when Lords in I'm AD, when Lords in I'm hockey, Ludlow Mattison, and I must say, comrade leader, Ludlow is a good councillor. He has performed. I want to recognize our 6-star general.
God in our earth.
You hear how the 6-star general talk, comrades?
God in our earth.
You know, the worst thing that them people could ever do is to disrespect. To disrespect our 6-star general. But guess what? Styling, she can't style him.
No time. No time.
We soon come. And him give you that charge a while ago. You see when him hit the ground? What a bam bam. I want you tonight, comrades, to recognize our campaign manager, our boy, and him now the vex if me call him a boy. Fewy boy, fewy liar, fewy educator, comrade Bertram Anderson. Straight out of Barking Lodge. Straight up a Barking Lodge. Straight out of the Moran Bay High School. Fewy School. The Moran Bay High School. Comrades, my esteemed executive on the platform, one of the youngest constituency secretary in the island of Jamaica, comrade Sanika Kelly. Stand up and give Sanika Kelly a rousing round of applause. We have comrade Pepsi here. Me and I rule the same sign. When we're ready, we get off. But if you think you're bad, go out there, so go say anything about Rose, make Pepsi hear you. One Pepsi. Big up yourself, Pepsi. What can I say about our youngest kid on the block? Kirtland, Gil, stand up, Kirtland.
Yeah, my boss.
You hear how the man talk tonight? Comrades, I can tell you that when I walk the byways and the highways of Dalby for 50 years, comrade leader, we have never controlled Dalby Division in the St. Thomas Parish Council.
We're going to do it now.
Fenton won it twice in a general election, but we have never ever won that division in a local government election. But I tell you, Kirtland, this is a secret. Now say nothing tonight.
No, we're not telling nothing, woman.
Comrade Dinsdale Smith over there. Stand up, Dinsdale. Councillor for the Portman Division. This is a seat in 2024 Parish Council election we took from the Jamaica Labour Party after many years. Current leader, you know what I call that one? Dead and wake. Because at a point, we gave up. But when we start to pound the ground, the night of the election, Comrade Dinsdale Smith was declared Portmore Division Councillor. And I can tell you, comrades, him better than me in the council. Yes. You see, since December, when I went there, Lord have mercy if you hear him, when he stand up round the round table of parish council, and when he make representation for Portmore Division, I tell you, the few people from Portmore here, you would be proud of your councillor.
You are the teacher.
One at a time, him a talk, you know, and hear somebody beside me, boy, a MP material that, you know. So I said to him, you know, come in here, come divide and rule, you know. So, Comrade Councillor, you will have your day. I'm proud of you. One rose. Comrade Lacey, what can I say about you on the platform tonight? Happy to see you. Comrade Leader, we have a whole heap of teacher in the audience and on the platform. Comrade Lacey is a teacher at the Morant Bay High School. And she's the secretary for the Bath Division. We have caring people. We have educated people to look about the business of you people in Eastern St. Thomas and in the Bath Division. Your own comrade chairman is a teacher. I want a teacher in the house. Comrades, I know that you've been out from morning. Some of you went to funeral. Comrade Leader, we had a funeral today in the bastion of the Bath Division, Springbank. One of our most colorful comrade Ping Ping, we laid to rest this afternoon. And I tell you, we had bashment here. And I will surely miss her, Miss Comrade Ping Ping. The only thing I regret is that she won't be able to walk with me to God knows. Oh my God. But I will have many company. I want to say tonight, comrades, that this Bath Division, and Dr. Ferguson alluded to it, when Bath go for go vote, river come down bank to bank. And I know the last election, Comrade Leader, the last parish council election, Bath Division, in terms of percentage, performed creditably. I want to big you up, Bath Division. And I know there are many, many problems in Bath Division. Comrade Leader, I am calling on you tonight because we don't have nobody to talk to. Our pleas are going on deaf ears. The Rolandsfield Road, for years, since Dr. Fenton Ferguson left, he was the last one who fixed and maintained Rolandsfield Road. For 9 years, not a single work has been done on Rolandsfield Road. It was made worse. The last hurricane, a hell of a breakaway. When you're walking or when you're driving, your heart beats when you reach that breakaway. And we have a member of parliament whose business it is to deal with the central government road. And all she's doing is jumping up and down and wanting to come to Morant Bay Division to try to usurp the authority of the duly elected councillor, yours truly. Should have business with nothing more. If I go on a road to work, Comrade Leader, this woman follow back at me and try to say she's doing something. The last thing that happened was a gully by the name of Bennett Gully in Nuts River in the Morant Bay Division. The little funding that they pity us and send to us because the minister not treating us good, you know, Comrade Leader. The mayor not treating us good either, you know. pure sabotage at the council. And I went on the radio. And when I went on the radio and spoke, I saw we get a little morsel. And from that little morsel, a clean Bennett gully. The day after that gully was cleaned, comrade leader and comrades, is the little grasshopper send man from NWA to look at the same gully to say that she's going to clean the gully so that she can collect. So when the officer went and looked at the road and looked at the gully, the officer said, no man, but this gully clean. And then the people shouted from up the hill, yes, Miss Shaw cleaned the gully last week. Now let me tell you something. When you find people like those, you have to afraid of them. And I said one thing, I don't wish to talk about her tonight, but you must be educated. Because some people say she's crazy. There is method behind her madness. And I want to let you know that she's not crazy. She's very calculated. She's mischievous. She's dangerous. And she is a liar. And you know what walk together? Lion thief. Comrades, you know what we call her now? And it's a liberate, make this, you know. Fraud abroad and fraud a yard. What we have representing us in the Parliament for Eastern St. Thomas is a national disgrace. And I am wondering, how did the Labour Party allow that to slip through? The egregious act that was committed in a dental practice in the United States of America in the states of Florida. It's not me saying it, it is on paper. And I have my file. I have a file. I have the red file. But I'm waiting on constituency conference to deal with that red file. Comrades, you know that my heart is pure. I have walked the highways and byways of this constituency. At one stage, I was the campaign manager for Comrade Ferguson when Dennis Wright came here and started burn down left, right, and center. He was the one who really and truly invited violence in this constituency. Apart from the 1980s, when the Duck and Field sugar workers protesting for their sugar workers' money was beaten by soldier and police, by the then Member of Parliament, Pernell Charles, called down the whole of Harman Barracks and the whole of soldier camp and beat the people of Duck and Field. But he paid the ultimate price for that. Comrades, we're marching on to victory. We are marching to make this Eastern St. Thomas a better place. Taunton is in this division. And I am sorry for the people of Taunton, comrade leader. They have no water. Every day the councillor pleads for water for Taunton. Sometimes he asks me, Rose, you think of sabotage? Because Taunton was a Labour area. And Taunton started to vote for Fenton Ferguson from 1993. And they never turned back. So Taunton, you, in a few months, will have a Prime Minister who cares in the name of Mark Jefferson Golden. And I know, you see my comrade leader, in article, I can't say that. You see when me and him talk, it's coming like me and him talk. He's a very, very article brother. Him understand, him down to earth, him not think him better than nobody, and him respect people. He's very respectful. And comrade leader, I will fight. I will fight for you to become Prime Minister of Jamaica. comrades, that you are going to fight to make Mark Jefferson Golden your Prime Minister of Jamaica. Comrade leader, we have a lot of plans. Every night I go to my bed, I look at Eastern St. Thomas. Comrade Ferguson has run his race, and we have some more things to be done. When I went out last week, the whole of last week, and when I go into the areas and I see the amount of fruits, the mangoes, the apples, the plums, the breadfruit, everything dropping on the ground, spoiling on the ground, I said, yes, time come for an agro-processing plant in Eastern St. Thomas. There are many things that we can do, many things. We can export, we can create jobs for especially our women. Because when you check it out, the employment situation in Eastern St. Thomas among our women needs to be looked at. Comrades, when it comes to farm or card, you don't know say me a done for the yard there, so not true. And I know that my Prime Minister, I don't want to talk too early. I know that when I call and beg him, and him say, yes, Rosie, I know that he's true to his words. I am not MP right now, and his members of parliament get farmer card. But over the 4 years that I have been caretaker for Eastern St. Thomas, I call all of them and beg 1122. And I can safely say that a lot of young people has got an opportunity to travel abroad, all because of the People's National Party. Comrades, when it comes on to the urban center, people is saying PNP no want development. That urban center, and you hear it time and time, was not conceptualized by the Jamaica Labour Party. The People's National Party had a hand in it. The first building that was put up there was put up under Fenton Ferguson and the People's National Party. How many of you remember the days when Yallah's Bridge used to overflow, flood its bank, the river, wash away the bridge? We had to drive around to Easington. Who made that possible? Dr. Fenton Ferguson. And you heard investors talk about it, that they're not going to invest if that bridge was not brought to fruition. And it was done under the leadership of Fenton Ferguson, responsible for roads at National Works Agency. And there are many things to come. We can reel out the achievements in the 9 years, going to 10 years that this government has been in power. No maintenance has been done as it relates to the road. So all the roads that were done by Dr. Fenton Ferguson is now no more. So we have a lot of work to do, incoming Prime Minister. And I know that you're going to take care of Rosie, because you know that I am a hard worker. You know when I come to you and say, Prime Minister, I want this for Eastern St. Thomas, I am confident that it is going to be done. Comrades, when I'm talking, I talk a national issue. Very rare I touch national issues, I speak on local issues. But if it's one thing I want to say tonight, I am so disappointed with you, Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Very disappointed. There are many things that I'm disappointed about. There, you came out and you made a clarion call to choose Jamaica. But yet, that call to choose Jamaica, we are being sabotaged at the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. We have been starved for funding. Just the other day, the Bamboo River situation, the bridge has been broken down. The fire department made a damning report that if there was a fire in Bamboo River, it would be a catastrophe. The fire truck cannot navigate the space because the bridge has been broken down. The gully is in the worst state ever. The last time that gully was clean was when Popcorn, a native of Bath, went and cleaned that gully along with community members. And we appealed and we appealed. I appealed for the bridge, and I was told that no money was at the council. Yet, when the financial report was laid on the table and I perused it, the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation now is sitting on $53 million in a funding called Special Grant for Repair, SGR. And despite my pleading for that bridge, not a word. And I'm not blaming the mayor now, because as bad as things be, I must give credit where credit is due. When the superintendent spoke to the mayor, and I spoke with him, and the superintendent advised him that the special grant for repairs, emergency work can be done from that. He signed off on it. And when he signed off on it, comrade leader, he got a call from his bosses. Because poor thing, you have to listen to them. That's why they have him there. And what he had to do, he had to send the estimates to the Ministry of Local Government, which is the minister control the SGR. The mayor don't have no teeth to spend the SGR. And I know that's a delay tactic. Comrade leader and comrades, what I had to do, I had to go to a hardware when I hear the cry of people and credit $750,000 worth of material because the people are so desperate. They said they will do the work. There's an engineer living in Bamboo River. He has nowhere else to go. And he said he will come together with the community and do the work. All we had to do is to provide the material. And that work started on Labor Day. I want you to go there. You will be amazed to see the quality work. It's not done yet. And the day after Labor Day, a post was put on TikTok by the Member of Parliament to say, Bamboo River Labor Day project was funded totally by the Member of Parliament. And bridge is now completed, courtesy of the Member of Parliament. Well, comrade leaders, the estimate is for the material. And I'm asking you kindly, I am appealing to you, because you used to be a councillor, sir. I am appealing to you to make true on that promise to send the funding to the municipal corporation so that the hardware can be paid and the bridge can be completed for the benefit of all. You have PNP living down there, you have JLP live down there. I know that you guys weren't pleased about the result in Bamboo River in the by-election. You tried very hard. But remember, have a heart. Have a heart for the people of Bamboo River, because they are taxpayers too. They go to the supermarket and they buy things and they pay GCT. So have a heart. Comrade leader, one thing I want to promise you, my team and I, we are going to deliver. It's not Rose alone. Rose have an army. Army, I want you to say, we are the army. We are the Eastern St. Thomas Army. And we are going to propel Mark Jefferson Golden to lead this country, Jamaica land we love.
Well, if you want an MP who cares about the constituency, well then, let me introduce you to ROSE. Well, if you want a member of Parliament, put in the work and not pretend. My friend then, Rosa, I'm telling you to vote for.
Comrades, the trumpet has sounded. My countrymen all, awake from your slumber and answer the call. One Eastern St. Thomas, one Mark Jefferson Golden, and one Rose. And at this time, comrades, I want to bring to you our next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golden, a born Jamaican, a true Jamaican. His father did a lot for Jamaica in the 1950s. Coming up, let us welcome, give our party leader a big rousing round of applause.
Well, from them here, the voice
give him a bad welcome. Give him an Eastern St. Thomas welcome. Mark Jefferson Golden, the people of Eastern St.
Yo, Mark Golden.
Yeah, man.
Mark Golden a step through, man. Make them know. Mark Golden, your heart this year. And what them a go do for hold you? What do you mean? You come to win this year, not here for bro, God can't hold you, him can't hold you. Mark Golden hot this year, and what them a go do for hold you? What do you mean? You come to win this year, not here for bro, God can't hold you, him can't hold you. Mark Golden, you hot, me say you come as if you win. Well, if them try if you just and get damaged, tell them for just back. Mark Golden, you come as if you win.
Pull up that. Pull it up, selector. Comrade Chairman of this divisional conference, Comrade Fenton Ferguson, 6-star general, my friend, a mentor, somebody for whom I have the deepest respect. Comrade Rosemary Shaw, one Rose. And may I tell you, Rose, in the last by-election, I see the work where you put in. I put in some too with you. And the Labourite them try hard and do all kind of things, don't? But them couldn't cross it. PNP stand up and we win Morant Bay Division. Comrade Rose became the councillor. Well positioned for what is to come. Comrade Lodds, enough respect, my brother, enough respect. And may God bless you and keep you and help you get through what you go through now. Yeah, man, because you have more in you to come. Respect. All of the other councillors and members of the executive who are here on the platform, all of the workers and warriors and the wonderful people of Bath, it is a great pleasure to be here, an honor for me to be here again. Let me tell you, Eastern St. Thomas is a critical constituency because for us to get where we need to be, we have to deliver Eastern St. Thomas. And I have full confidence in Rosemary Shaw, backed up by Dr. Fenton Ferguson, the 6-star general, and all of his army and her army, the Rose Shaw army, here in Eastern St. Thomas, that we will deliver the victory when that time comes. And comrades, it could be soon. We don't know. But the energy amongst the PNP in the country is strong right now. We are committed. We are determined. We have a vision and a mission, and we are going to cross it because it's time come for a better Jamaica. Comrades, the Member of Parliament in Eastern St. Thomas, I don't even want to say nothing about her. She is somebody who deserves to be badly beaten in the next election. Badly. She has no class. I asked Dr. Fenton Ferguson to represent me at the so-called opening of that center. And I chose him because of the fact that he has served so long as a leader of the constituency, winning it 6 times. And somebody who has been a minister of government, who was my cabinet colleague, and I thought somebody who had the stature to represent at that occasion. And when I see how she disrespected him, totally out of order, totally uncalled for, unbecoming of somebody who calls herself a member of parliament, an absolute disgrace. Anyway, all she has done is stir up the hornet's nest, and she's going to get the sting of her life when election day come. So, Comrade Rose, you and I work well together. And then, you know, anytime you ask, I always try and deliver. Because I like to support people who are putting in an effort and who I know are with the people, working with the people and putting in 100% of their capacity in the interest of the people. And Rose Shaw is doing that. So she will continue to have my full support. And comrades, I've heard about the gully. I've heard about the breakaway. I've heard about the community without water. So, with enough of them, I hear that now, to multiply. But when the time comes and we are in government, and Eastern St. Thomas is in the winning column of the People's National Party again, you know, we will have to look out for those who looked out for us. And I will be working hard with Rose to make it happen. Comrades, we are at a time in this country when the people of Jamaica are anxious to see a change, a new Jamaica, a government in which the people can have trust and confidence. They are tired of all the scandals under this government. They are tired of situations where the government of Morocco, the Kingdom of Morocco, gives fertilizer for the farmers of Jamaica who need help after the hurricane, and the cronies of this government take the fertilizer and are selling it to the farmers who are in distress. It's a disgrace. The people of Jamaica are looking on when they see the NWC refusing to attend and share test results for water testing at the KSAMC. And we even hear about Duns River and the minister responsible for water, instead of telling them to cut the nonsense and share the information in the interest of the people. Because you can't sweep things like water quality under the carpet. If there's an issue, it must be addressed transparently so people know what is going on. And the minister didn't adopt that posture. That is the type of governance this government is offering. And what about the drill? What about the medical drill? A drill which on the market costs 1/10 of what the government bought the drill from this company. A company where the majority shareholders are JLP MP. And he claims he's holding the shares in trust, but for who? The thing mix up. It don't smell right. There's something rotten in the state of Jamaica. And I'm calling the Auditor General and the Integrity Commission to look at it and scrutinize it very carefully, because the people of Jamaica are suffering in the healthcare system. There are so many pieces of equipment that need repair or to be replaced. And if you're buying equipment at very inflated prices, those resources are being misused, misappropriated, when they should be available to fix the things that are needing to be fixed in the hospitals and in the health centers. So many people can't have their elective surgeries done. Operating theater closed. AC not working. Elevator not working. CAT scan not available. Even at the Bustamante Children's Hospital, no CAT scan. May I tell you, time come, comrades. Time come. The people need change. That is why I have committed to putting ethics at the center of governance again. Upstanding government in the interest of the people. Government in which the people can have trust and confidence. We want to start a movement when we form government. We want it to be led by well-thinking Jamaicans. The churches, thank you. The churches, civil society organizations, academia, to try and bring back the love into the society. Bring back decency. Bring back caring. Bring back the values and attitudes that Jamaica used to be known for, but now, under this government, where the head of the stream is so rotten, we have lost our way, and we have to restore it. And comrades, I will support the Integrity Commission as an institution. I was the architect of it. It was under my watch as Minister of Government under Portia Sinsemilla, where we designed the Integrity Commission to bring together the different anti-corruption bodies in the country into one and give them prosecutorial powers and the ability to receive and share information with other agencies of government where they hadn't had that ability before. And this government is trying its best to undermine the Integrity Commission. Even the Prime Minister, who is under investigation for illicit enrichment, and that matter has had to be referred by the Integrity Commission to the Financial Investigations Division that investigates financial crimes in the country, and Tax Administration Jamaica, responsible for tax collection in the country. Even the Prime Minister is trying to bring litigation in court to take away the legal basis upon which the Integrity Commission is founded, and to eliminate the very offense for which he is being investigated, illicit enrichment, a serious corruption offense. This is not something that Jamaica can stand for. The Jamaican people have to stand up and put an end to this. We cannot have a government where the head of the stream has this cloud hanging over it. It's not a good look for us. People are watching at home and abroad. The Jamaican people must stand up for what is right. In the same way that we had to stand up against the states of emergency which were being abused by this government. They were using the states of emergency like a policing tool. When the states of emergency are in the Constitution for extreme situations where the very existence of the democratic order of the country is under threat. That is why prior to this government coming into power, it had only been very sparingly used, twice or three times since independence. And under this government, they used it over 20 times in a few years. And it wasn't working, because as they pressure one area with a state of emergency, the bad man them run gone to and target the wrongdoers, the serious violence producers in the country, and try and get crime down through holding them accountable. And while we fully support body-worn cameras, because we know that there needs to be the protection of the citizen and the police when they're going on these dangerous missions, we support the policing which focuses on crime in that way, and we're seeing the results now. And that's why I commend the Commissioner of Police and the police generally for the excellent work being done in that regard. If it wasn't for the People's National Party, they'd have been continuing with the failing policy of the state of emergency And the Court of Jamaica, the Constitutional Court, has ruled in our favor and said that all of those states of emergency that they imposed are null and void and unconstitutional. And I say, thank God for the People's National Party to stand up and defend the rights of the Jamaican people, our fundamental rights and freedoms. Comrades, we are going to enter government with some important policies to try and address some of the critical issues facing the country. We know, for example, in the education system, that we have a situation in which over 30%, over 3 out of 10 of our primary school students leaving primary school and entering secondary school cannot read and write, cannot do basic arithmetic. We can't build a nation like that. When they enter secondary school without the basics, they're at a huge disadvantage. Many of them end up leaving school without any subjects, and their prospects are not what they should be. And it's not that they're not bright and capable, but they never got the necessary inputs and support from early in life coming right through. And now, I am saying, time come to focus on fixing that problem, focusing on early childhood development and primary school education, dealing with the issue of non-attendance of school, absenteeism from school. We have high levels of absenteeism from school. Why is that? Because parents are struggling. They can't afford lunch money, or they can't afford the high transportation costs to send children to school and bring them home. That is why the People's National Party under my government is committed to ensuring that all needy students get at least one hot, nutritious meal a day at school, whether it be primary school or secondary school. The People's National Party will ensure that when they go to school, they won't be hungry. And that is why we are going to introduce the RIDE program, a subsidy for those rural families who need help with the transportation costs. And we've matched it out and we figured out how we can afford it. And we're going to start with 20,000 families across Jamaica, and we intend to increase it over time so that we have, until there's a proper rural bus service in place to deal with the matter. Comrades, I have a note here about Nawain Daly, that we must protect him. There's a threat on his life because he's working hard for the People's National Party in the Morant Bay Division. So we are appealing for his protection, and also for us comrades to surround him and keep him close in our hearts. Nawain Daly, let them not harm a hair on that young man. No victimization. This is a free country. This is a democratic country. Buster and Daddy man, they never go on so. And we must deal with the politics in a decent way and let the people choose who they want. Comrades, we also have a very important policy initiative, a plan that we call the First in Family Plan. And the First in Family Plan is a plan that says, first of all, the reason for it is this. Many families, low-income families, find it difficult to pay the fees to go to university or college for a child in the family. And many of the children are afraid even of the Student Loan Bureau because they don't know if they're going to get a good job after they finish, and they don't want to be under pressure. So the first thing we're going to do with the First in Family is to say, if you come from a family where you are the first member of your family to attend university or college, and you qualify to enter that college or university, the government of Jamaica under the People's National Party will give you a full scholarship to attend university. Because we know that that child, when they get that break and get their degree, will help to uplift the rest of the family and take them out of this intergenerational poverty situation. And for the Student Loan Bureau, we are saying to the children, to the students, you don't have to fret, because under our People's National Party government, we will give you an amnesty if you've fallen into difficulties, so that you can bring your principal payments current without having to pay the arrears, interest, and penalties. And going forward, we will cap your monthly payment for all borrowers from the Student Loan Bureau at a manageable percentage of your income so that you don't have to fret about your ability to service a loan. And if you're go through a hard time and you're unemployed, we will suspend your payments during that period without penalties and tack those payments at the back end of your loan until you find your way back on your feet. Because we want children from low-income families, poor people, not to worry about investing in their education. This is why it is important to support our party in the next general election. Also, when it comes to housing, this government talk about a boom in housing. But the houses that they have been building are houses that are way out of reach for ordinary Jamaican people. Houses costing well over 20 million, 30 million and up. The National Housing Trust has lost its way. For the 9 years that they have been in office, going 10, every year they have taken $11.4 billion out of the National Housing Trust to help fund the national budget when they're talking about no new taxes. And comrades, we are going to put an end to that. We are going to restore the National Housing Trust to its true mission and purpose. It was established by Michael Joshua Manley to provide affordable housing for the people of Jamaica. And we intend to build 50,000 houses in our first 5 years in office across Jamaica. And we are going to take public lands that are not suitable for agriculture and ensure that the housing trust can build houses on them. And when we make those houses available for sale, we're not going to charge the people the value of the land. So they will get a better price for the land. And there'll be more affordable housing for them. And for youngsters up to 35 who struggle to find a deposit to pay down on the house for the first time buyers, we will establish a $1 billion fund, $1 billion per year within the housing trust, using the housing trust resources. And they will get a grant of $500,000 to help them to purchase their house, as long as they're a contributor to the National Housing Trust, and I've been throwing the housing trust for at least 2 years. And we have an idea called rent to own. And rent to own is when you're employed but you don't have a pay slip because you're not formally employed. And you don't have a pay slip but you make your money still. And you want to qualify for a mortgage loan from the NHT, but you're not eligible because you can't prove your income because you don't have a pay slip. You might be hustling, you might be farming, you might be doing anything that is earning money, even informally employed, but you don't have an official pay slip. And we will allow you to go into the house as a tenant. And as long as your payments are on time for 6 months or so, and you show your ability to pay, we will treat that as proof of income. And you can draw down on your mortgage loan and step up from being a tenant to becoming an owner of your house and get your own door key. And for the farmers of Jamaica, we have a new deal for you. We will be establishing the Agricultural Development Fund. And it is needed because right now, the farmers of this country struggle. They struggle to afford fertilizer. It is so expensive. They can't get access to loans to do their business as farmers. Storage facilities are inadequate. Farm roads are in poor condition. And we've seen what the Tourism Enhancement Fund has done for tourism. And tourism has become the #1 industry in the country. But food security is very important. Right now, the United Nations did a study that shows that 55% of Jamaicans, that's over half of us, are suffering from moderate to severe food insecurity. 55%. What does that mean, food insecurity? It means you're not eating enough food, or the food you're eating is not nutritious, so you're getting sick from various diseases. Malnutrition, hypertension, diabetes, all of those things. So we have to step up the agriculture. Jamaica is blessed with some of the best crops, best produce, best ginger, best yam, green banana, ginger, and good ganja too. That I decriminalize under Porsche similar so you can't be arrested for having a spliff or a chalice or a little jar of weed. And you don't get no criminal record for those things. Well, we want to ensure that the small farmers get to participate in the legal industry so them can make money and police can harass them over it. So agriculture is a critical thing, and the Agricultural Development Fund, we're going to take a little piece of the existing import duties and stamp duties on imported foods, because Jamaica is importing far more food now than when we're in government. We used to produce it here, now it's being imported. Nearly double the imports from when we were there. We're going to take some of them, a little small piece of that, and put it in the Agricultural Development Fund so that it can support the small farmers, support them with farm roads, support them with loans through the PC banks, support them with storage facilities, and also help them with the fertilizer and other inputs so that they can produce and we can stop having to import so much of the food and we can become more food secure instead of food insecure. Because my command, they tell we have to eat what we grow and grow what we eat. Yeah, man. So, comrades, these are some of the plans that we have to take Jamaica to a better place. We have a good team. You have a leader that will ensure no toleration for hanky-panky. Because Jamaica is fed up with a government where the head of the stream is rotten. And because what comes from the head of the stream, downstream, is rotten also. Huh? Oh, a B. Yeah, man, I'm not stigma, man. Yeah, man. So, comrades, I say all of these things to say to you tonight. For us to get to deliver these programs for the people of Jamaica, for the school children, for the farmers, to implement better healthcare system, focusing on screening so we don't have so many people getting cancer not knowing that they have it until it's too late to do anything about it. Being diabetic and they don't know. Being hypertensive and they don't know. Managing those things early by screening to reduce the cost to them and to the health system of treating them, because when you get the things done early, it's a much easier way to treat them. And ensuring that there's proper maintenance of our hospital equipment. And ensuring that each parish has an urgent care center so that if you're in an accident, you can have your life saved there. And when you're stabilized, you can be moved afterwards to a full hospital. These are things that the people of Jamaica need. And they need a PNP government to deliver these things for the people. And for that to happen, what has to happen? For that to happen, what has to happen in Eastern St. Thomas? What has to happen in relation to that lady right there, so that comrade, One Rose? We have to deliver Rose Shaw so we can deliver Marky G and we can deliver a better Jamaica. Are you ready for it, comrades? Are you ready for the journey? Are you ready for the victory? Power to the people, I say. Power to the people. God bless you, comrades. One love. The word is love.
Everybody wave on the right hand. Put up your fist. Hey, Marky G, we don't know what's none of them not like me. See them all hype up, but that's still not spite me. Gold in a cut and got you because I love in a heart. And none of them care. Hey, Marky G, me don't know what's none of them not like me. So me like to stand up with them face with all me Nike. Make them know what we buy with things that we not listen all fall. And none of them care. Hey, Marky G, now watch no face. We don't try the case, tell them, them can't.
Let me hear you say power one more time. One Marky G, come on. One Marky G. All right, put your hands together one more time for your Prime Minister in waiting. Come on, clap your hands, comrades, for your Prime Minister in waiting. That was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful presentation, wasn't it? Did you hear anything that you want to hear? All right. For those who are farmers, you hear that things are coming for you to benefit from, and other persons. Water. One Rose are going to win. Come on, let me hear say One Rose. All right, all right. Clap your hands one more time for all the presentations, for our councillors,
for our councillors and our MP in waiting and our Prime Minister in waiting, we are in a good position. So we are on our way to Garden House. Are you ready to go up Garden House? All right. Please stand with me at this time. All right, after 3, we are going to sing the trumpet. One verse of a trumpet. 1, 2, 3. The trumpet has sounded, my countrymen all. Awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins in the fight for his own native land? Land of my birth, I pledge to be. Loyal, faithful, true to thee. Power! All right, thank you for joining us. We have refreshment.
Welcome to the new battle season. Each season has a unique terrain theme, bringing you new challenges. In Season 1, the desert, vast dunes, and hidden canyons will test your strategy. Can you survive in this desolate land? Next is Season 2, the glacier, where the cold and slippery ice challenge your skills. Enemies may lurk beneath the ice, ready to attack. Only the most agile warriors will win here. Finally, we have Season 3, the volcano, with searing lava and erupting craters for an unmatched combat experience. Brave warriors, prepare for these challenges. Join us and conquer the epic battles across deserts, glaciers, and volcanoes.
Hello everybody, welcome to the United Stand. I'm Mark Goldbridge and it's Cunha to Manchester United. Here we go. I tell you what, if this is going to be the start to the transfer window for Manchester United, let's hope it's the start of an avalanche of incomings of players of the quality of this. It's been horrific this season. There are lots of things to analyse.